There's an attitudinal difference between an ordinary human being and an extraordinary human being. Each one can choose. Each human being can choose whether he or she wants to be an ordinary human being or an extraordinary human being. What he taught is very relevant. There are some attitudinal differences between an ordinary human being and an extraordinary human being. I can quote some of them. An ordinary human being always competes. Be it business, be it profession, you are always in a competing mode. And in competition you exhaust your energies, you struggle because you are competing. You are competing with someone, you are in the race, running. An ordinary human being competes. You know what does an extraordinary human being does? Extraordinary human being doesn't compete, it complements. He complements. Ordinary human being competes, extraordinary human being complements. Now look at your own profession, wherever you are. Instead of competing, in competition you have some fear, you have anxieties, you have stress. But if you become a person who can complement, you are running around, you are joyful being, you are trying to complement others' work, you are trying to take others' stress on you, you are a stress buster, you are complementing. You are good with colleagues, juniors, seniors, you are complementing their efforts. Attitudinal difference. Don't feel the competition, but instead compliment. An ordinary human being avoids risks. An extraordinary human being enjoys risks. If you don't enjoy risk, how will you become an extraordinary human being? If you avoid risk, always trying to avoid risk, you will remain an ordinary human being. Start enjoying risks. Every successful person in this universe, be it a scientist or a sports person or a businessman or in profession, they enjoy risk. Don't fear risk. Take risk. The person who takes risks is the person who has the confidence in himself. Because if you don't have confidence, you cannot take risk. Either you develop the confidence first and then take risk, which cannot happen. If you start taking risk, confidence will follow. Confidence will follow. So don't try to avoid risk, start enjoying risk. An ordinary human being doubts his success. An extraordinary human being believes in his success. An ordinary human being tries to achieve something. He tries to achieve. I want to achieve this goal. This is my goal. He tries to achieve. Extraordinary human being feels the achievement. He doesn't try. He feels the achievement. There's a big difference between trying and feeling the achievement. If you try something, if you try to achieve something, it only means that you are at one place and your goal is at another place. But if you feel the achievement, you automatically jump from where you were to the goal. You become one with the goal. When you feel the achievement, you become one with the goal. And when you become one with the goal will automatically manifest in the physical world. I was very clear in Antaryatra, I quoted that everything which happens in our lives happens thrice. Nothing happens in the physical world in the first instance. First, it happens in the mind. Anything which happens in your life, good or bad, favorable, unfavorable, happens 3 times. First in the mind, second in the cosmos, and third in the universe, in the physical world. It's a process. In the mind first, then in the cosmos, then in the physical world. Like you want to construct a building, first you have to have a vision, what you want. Then the architect puts it on the paper, the plan, and third, the building is ready. The same process. First here, then in the cosmos, third in the physical world. So you have to feel the achievement. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever your goal, let it be impractical for anyone. Let it be impossible for the intellect. Don't bother. Intellect will always say, hey, it is not possible. If you are working in some IT company for, say, 50,000 rupees a salary or 2 lakh rupees a salary. And if I tell you that you imagine that you own the phoenix itself. Yeah, can you imagine? It's very difficult. Where are the resources? You immediately start fearing. I don't know why you have to fear. You have not told the MD yet that I am going to buy. You don't have a single pie in your pocket. Income tax fellow cannot raid your house just merely when you think that you want to buy Phoenix, because nothing is on the paper yet. Nobody is going to come and murder you that tomorrow you are going to become a billionaire, so murder him right now itself. Nothing of that sort will happen. You have to think that you are going to own the Phoenix in the mind first. Because unless you think that you want to own, unless that thought comes, how will you get directed towards that? You are thinking of only, I am the member of the team and become team leader. That's all. Your thought is only to that extent. Why team leader? You become team leader. If I become manager before retirement, it's fine. No. At the most, you'll become a manager. Why? Why not own this? Why not? I have 10,000 employees. Why don't you dream? What stops you? Not only dream as well as feel it. I have become the owner of this company. I am the owner of Oracle. Tomorrow I am going to take over Oracle and merge into my company. You know, I remember in Mumbai, you must be knowing Taj Mahal Hotel, Marine Drive. You will know what confidence means. Near the Taj Mahal Hotel, on the Marine Drive, there is a small mandi. Juice, tea, some snacks on the Marine Drive. And Taj Mahal Hotel, 40 floors, so many rooms. I stayed once in Taj Mahal, and when I was in the evening walking on the Marine Drive for that bandi, I was surprised to see that board of the bandi. It mentioned Taj Mahal Hotel. Now it doesn't end here. He mentioned below that, we have no branches in Mumbai. This is the attitude. This bandi guy mentions that we have no branches, so that people should not get confused that that fellow is my branch. What a level of confidence. Think like this, out of the box. And I am sure one day he will remove that and say we have branch opposite. It is possible. Because all those successful people who have become successful never thought that they will be at that stage. Bill Gates had only a dream. that my computers on every desk in every home. That's all. From where resources would come, who will market, throughout the world, distribution network, dealers, resources, factory, etc., etc., 100 things. He just had a dream, and I was told that initially or now, I don't know, but on the cartoons he used to mention that his dream. The desktop in every home, something like that. He had a dream. My desktop in every home. He was his dream. And today it has come true. He himself doesn't know how it will come true. You need not know how your dream will come true. You need not know. There are innumerable paths. There are innumerable people who will help you to take you to that journey. Our intellect is this much. The cosmic intelligence, no limit, boundless. Our intellect is bounded by small incidents, small fears, small anxieties. It is bounded by very narrowed impressions by seeing so many people around. So we become one among them. That is why we remain one among them. I read somewhere that chimpanzee would not have remained chimpanzee if that chimpanzee would not have been kept among chimpanzees. A very beautiful quote. Chimpanzee would not have been a chimpanzee if that chimpanzee would not have been kept with other chimpanzees. Which means probably he would have evolved maybe to a human being if he is not kept among chimpanzees. We are someone like that. Whole day being among the chimpanzees, we remain chimpanzee. Struggling, unnecessarily struggling. So if you want to be extraordinary, stop struggling. Stop avoiding risk. Start taking risk. Worst to worst, what is going to happen? What is the worst to worst which will happen? If you want to do something big, think of the worst to worst. Then you have some chance to do big. Worst to worst, what is going to happen? I think worst to worst, what can happen is we might be seen maybe high-tech city, Chaurasta or Panchakota Chaurasta, begging. Worst to worst, I am saying what? Worse than that, nothing can happen. We might be seen there begging. I think yet will be in the best to best zone. Beggars are the most happiest guys. And they are, I think, one of the wealthiest. There is no profession better than that profession. No expenses, no employees to take care, no HR, no boss, no teamwork, nothing. One man show, and everything is net profit. No income tax. There is a foreigner lady I know, it came in the newspaper. She was sitting in an auto. Auto was standing on the Panchakota signal waiting for the green light. And the beggar, I remember there used to be an old lady, very old, thin lady. She came to that foreigner. So looking at that lady, she gave 500 rupee note. The auto driver got shocked. Madam, what are you doing? See how old she is, torn clothes. Probably she was saying she didn't have food for 2 days and all that. So 500 rupees. Auto driver said, Madam, this auto in which you are sitting and I am driving is owned by her. I take it on rent for 300 rupees every day. And she owns 20 more autos like this. We all go to her footpath every day morning to take auto on rent. And we give her advance. So worst to worst could also be best to best sometimes. I know in Calcutta, we both went to a pan shop. We were having pan. Big, huge building. That pan shop guy is eating pan, putting pan, giving pan, selling pan. So one of the Calcuttan was with me. He said, do you know how wealthy he is? Can you imagine? What? Maybe some 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 per day he must be earning, which could be a lakh, 1.5 lakh. He said this 70 crore building is owned by this fellow, earned out of the pan shop. Short. People living there are paying rent to him lakhs, and his guy is selling, putting pan, eating pan and putting pan. These are the people who dare to take risk. These are the people who thought of worst to worst. And in fact, when you look at any successful person, they were nothing before they started their journey. They were nothing. They were zero. So they had no fear to lose anything. Because they had no fear to lose anything, they created that empire. Now their children have the fear to lose that empire. So they couldn't grow to that extent which their fathers or forefathers could grow. Now the fear has entered. Earlier there was no fear. Don't avoid risk. Enjoy risk. Never doubt your success. Believe in your success. Start believing in your success. Don't try to achieve. Feel the achievement. Another attitudinal difference between an ordinary human being and extraordinary human being is an ordinary human being asks for more money, always asks for more money. Extraordinary human being seeks more work. Extraordinary human being never asks for more money. Whatever I am getting enough, I don't want extra. I had quoted about my own father when he was working in some company 60 years ago and he was paid 100 rupees salary. Within 6 months he proved himself. His boss came from Mumbai. He said, I am very happy, I want to increase your salary to 200. He said, sir, I don't want 200. I am happy with 100 rupees. 60 years ago, 100 rupees is good enough to live happily. He said, I am happy. He said, then what do you want? He said, I want more work. Boss was so happy. He gave him more work. He took that work. Again, after a year, that work also performed very well. He was taking care of the administration. Now he is taking care of accounts. Boss again came, at least now you take more salary. He said, no, I don't want it. Keep that with you. Give him more work. Then he gave him the supervision in the factory. He learned so much technical that within 6 months, 8 months, he started creating machines. He is a 7th standard person, my father. He manufactured one of the first plastic machine 60 years ago, I am talking of, in the factory workshop. Like this, 3 years, his boss, every 6 months, 3 months would come, offer him more money, more salary. He would say, I don't want it, give me more work. Finally got tired, that boss got tired of my father and made him the partner straight away. He became the partner, he became the owner. Became one of the owner. This has to be your attitude. Reject increments. I don't want increment. I don't want promotion. I don't want name, fame. Forget it. Give me more work. Compliment. Don't compete. While competing, you are a small guy. Ordinary human being. Compliment. Be like the owner. Be like the boss. Walk like the owner. That attitude has to be there. Whatever you want to achieve, feel the achievement. Don't try to achieve. Feel the achievement. There's a big difference. If you come to our usual Thursday satsangs, we We got a lot of stories, but anyway, as to the difference between trying to achieve and feeling the achievement. I remember one movie, Matrix. I don't know how many of you have seen Matrix movie. You have seen? Anyone? You have seen? In that there's a scene, I don't remember the names of those characters, actors. The hero and the one who's teaching him, I think, fighting in one of the scenes. Morpheus and one more hero. Morpheus is one who teaches. Yeah. There's a scene I used to show on the slideshow. So he's teaching him. And this guy is trying hard. He says one dialogue. Don't try. Hit me. Don't try to hit me, but hit me. Don't try to hit me, but hit me. If you remember. That struck that hero. And next moment he stopped trying, but he started hitting. Finished. Morpheus is out. Such was the dramatic change, transformation in his attitude. He said, don't try to hit me, but hit me. See, there's a difference. There's a subtle difference. Don't try to hit me, but hit me. Don't try to do it, but do it. When you try to do, you are struggling. When you try to do, there's a fear. When you try to do, there's an anxiety. When you try to do, there's stress. When you try to do, there's an amount of doubt. Will I be able to? When you try to do, there will be always an amount of will I be able to? But if you do it, you just do it. You just do it. Just do it. Then there is no fear, no anxiety, no negativity. You just do it. That's all. That attitude you have to have. Another aspect between an ordinary human being and an extraordinary human being is ordinary human being always tries to be in the comfort zone. He is happy in the comfort zone. Everyone is happy in the comfort zone. They don't want to get out of the comfort zone. That is why they remain ordinary human being. Extraordinary human being, what does he do? He is comfortable in all zones. Ordinary human being creates comfort zone. Extraordinary human being is comfortable in all zones. See the difference? Subtle difference. But the subtle difference is a big difference. Know this difference in attitude. Bridge this difference. Become from an ordinary human being to an extraordinary human being. No extraordinary human being was born as an extraordinary human being. Know that. When Dhirubhai Ambani was born, when Einstein was born, when Amitabh Bachchan was born, no one declared that he will be an extraordinary human being. No one ever declared that he will be an extraordinary human being. But they became. You are not born, you cannot be born as an extraordinary human being. You have to create yourself. You have to become. You have to be, not only become. You have to just be extraordinary human being. There are many more such attitudinal differences between an ordinary human being and extraordinary human being, or say a failure or a successful person, or say a middle class and the top class. There are only attitudinal difference and nothing else. So bridge this attitudinal difference. I have one Mr. Kedarnathji sitting in the last row. Why is he sitting in the last row? He's a successful businessman, doing big business, expanding leaps and bounds. Yet sitting in the back. There's no need. He could have sat here, or he could have sat here, or he could have thrown me out and sat here also. But that humbleness, the attitude of being humble, the attitude of being nothing before others, the attitude of being no one before others. But inside is a big guy. In the head means not out of ego, but out of dream. He is one person who is sitting here. He had a small kirana shop. He would carry 25 kilos of grains on his back and deliver to his customers. I am probably talking of 40 years ago. Kedarnathji?
1967.
67. To save 25 paise, not to give to a rickshaw guy 25 paise, he would carry 25 kilo on his shoulder and deliver. And today is one of the most successful businessmen in biscuit, confectionery, chocolate industry. Thousands of crores turnover. Tomorrow he will become number one. I remember this, Vikas is his son only. One day we were talking, so he's saying, somebody was telling, sir, we should also grow, see Britannia, how it grew. So we should try hard, we should, struggle to become like something like that. I said, why struggle? Let's take over Britannia, finish it off. Where is the competition? Finish the competition. Buy him, finish it off. That attitude. And I am sure one day Britannia will be merged. It will be merged. I was in pharmaceutical industry when I left, before I entered my spiritual practices. I was on good level, but obviously I was very new entrant in the pharmaceutical industry, but within 4 or 5 years I grew leaps and bounds. Yet there were old players, very big ones. I had the dream to become number one. But anyway, unfortunately, my spiritual inquisitiveness, interest made me kick all my business. But yet, I did a great thing. I merged my company in the number one company in pharmaceutical industry and became number one. Mine was a small company, so I was my company to a big company. Now I can say I was in that company. Though I left at that point of time. That big company bought my small company. But having merged, if a drop of rain which is falling from the sky, one single drop of rain, one single drop of water, you might not look at it as a vast ocean, a small droplet. But when the droplet falls in the ocean, it becomes one with the ocean. That drop itself becomes the ocean. That drop also becomes the ocean. So either bring the ocean and merge in you, or you go and merge in the ocean. Finish up the competition. Finish up the fear. Become the best, become the biggest. Finish it off. In spirituality, that is what we become. In spirituality, what we do, this physical body is one droplet of that water. How long will remain one droplet of water? So we finish it off. We became enlightened and we became the conscious, universal consciousness. Earlier, individual consciousness. Creator is universal consciousness. I thought when we will expand this body and make it bigger, how big this physical body can become. I can add some kilos to this, but can't become one with the universal consciousness. From 60, 70, 80 kilos, I can become 200 kilos. I thought finish it off. So, forgot the body and internal consciousness, that which was in limitation, broke all limitations and surged and became one with the universal consciousness. Finish up the competition, no competition now. Now earlier, there was a creator, I was the creation. I finished off the competition by becoming the creator itself. Now what? No competition with the Creator. From the creation became the Creator. Have this attitude. How long you will struggle? How long? How much tension, stress? How long? Whatever, in whichever field you want to achieve, just achieve it. Finish off the competition by finishing off the competitor himself. Not that tomorrow you go and murder your MD. But if you have that vision, sometimes you may become. I remember that joke. There was a billionaire. He had a wife and he had a car and a chauffeur. So daily the chauffeur takes the billionaire to the office, to meetings, to President of US, so and so. He's a big guy, billionaire. So this chauffeur used to think that how lucky I am working for the billionaire. One day billionaire died. And the billionaire's wife married the driver, chauffeur. This guy became billionaire. Then he realized that today I realized that it was not me who was working for the billionaire, but he was working for me. Finish off competition like this. Till when you struggle? Anyway, I think I will leave some time for question and answers. Or else I will go on and go on and go on.